The South Today bulletin proudly brought to you in association with MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Tonight on the South Today, remote beauty meets modern connectivity in Fiordland with new fibre internet boosting access to Milford Sound. Dunedin Airport is strengthening its fleet with new safety vehicles aiming to enhance emergency responses. And a suburban Christchurch museum is preparing to celebrate 50 years since hosting the Commonwealth Games. Kia ora, good evening, I'm Hannah Wilkins. One of New Zealand's most stunning natural attractions is sparking a brand new connection with the country. A long stretch of road leading to Milford Sound has been installed with fibre, providing better internet connections to one of the most remote areas in Aotearoa.
The stunning scenes of Milford Sound attract thousands of international tourists and Kiwis to the remote location every year. Now, the installation of fibre has given it a new connection to the rest of the country. Almost 120 kilometres of cable has been installed along the route from Te Anau to Milford Sound, with the fibre now linking 8 new cell towers along State Highway 94.
Tough terrain, tough weather, tough traffic environment. Hats off to the Ventia team for managing all of this and still delivering the project.
Work began on the project back in August 2020, taking nearly 3 years to complete. The road winds through some of New Zealand's steepest alpine terrain, and connecting one of the most remote parts of the country was no easy job.
Half these sites would be impossible to build without having this fibre to have, close connectivity to our site from the road.
The cell towers will significantly reduce the number of mobile black spots along the busy stretch of road, with the better coverage anticipated to notably increase the safety of the road's users.
This crucial link is one of the most remote, but also one of the most beautiful parts of New Zealand. So it's great to have connectivity there for tourists and for Kiwis who live there as well.
The minister's pleased with the completed project, which comes after the installation of a similar fibre between Fox Glacier and Hawea last year. In Fiordland, the South Today.
Dunedin Mayor Jules Raddick is backtracking on some recent comments, apologising for fuelling misconceptions around an incident involving a local board member. It comes after a censure was issued earlier this week by the Dunedin City Council to Strathtyre Community Board Chairman Barry Williams. An investigation was held looking into Williams's behaviour after complaints he used a racist slur towards a member of the public. The incident prompted the council to suggest the chairman resign from his position. However, in a Radio New Zealand interview, Raddick described the incident as a relatively minor thing. The Dunedin Mayor has since apologised for his comments, claiming they were a mistake, insisting he didn't intend to downplay the situation. Dunedin Airport now has an extra hand on deck to help save the day should the worst happen, thanks to a significant investment into aviation safety. The Air Corporation brought new fire appliances for the first time, looking to improve their response to emergencies.
Blasting high-pressured water in the name of safety? This bright yellow vehicle isn't just your regular fire truck. The Dunedin Airport Emergency Service recently bought in Gordy, a powerful fire appliance. It's one of 2 new trucks. The other is expected to also be named by the end of the week. Crew Chief Bruce Smale is excited with their new additions, believing it will significantly improve the safety of passengers, crews and the surrounding area.
These are for major aircraft crashes. We can effect rescue now with these 2 trucks, and 7,000 litres of water on each truck, 1,200 litres of foam concentrate and 250 kilos of dry powder.
Smale says these brand new Rosenbauer Panthers are equipped with robust capabilities, costing around $1.3 million each.
About 70 metres spray on the main monitor on the roof, and lasts about 60 seconds to discharge 7,000 litres of water.
The crew will have the fire trucks on standby in case of an emergency, hoping the new appliances will ensure better aviation safety at the airport. In Dunedin, the South Today.
Construction work is now underway on over a dozen new Kāinga Ora homes in Mornington in the hopes of meeting heavy housing demand in Dunedin. The government housing provider purchased 18 two-bedroom houses earlier this year to be built on this Napier Street section. The Mornington site will include off-street parking for each home, with all properties set to be fully insulated. Kāinga Ora has also bought the former Hilltop Chapel in Corstorphine, with plans to transform the site into even more new homes. These new houses are a part of a major development project with goals of delivering an extra 130 homes across Dunedin and Mosgiel over the next year. The Napier Street houses should be livable by March 2024. The British Commonwealth Games is a big part of Christchurch's history, with its 50th anniversary just around the corner. Volunteers at a suburban museum are already planning for the occasion, hoping to put together an exhibition to mark the milestone.
Almost 50 years on, Christchurch still remembers hosting what was dubbed the Friendly Games. Volunteers at the New Brighton Museum are in the early stages of preparation, putting together a large display to celebrate the 50th anniversary of the city hosting the 1974 British Commonwealth Games. They're on the hunt for any Games memorabilia, wanting to have the displays ready in time for the anniversary in early 2024. Hosting the Games seemed to be a significant moment in Christchurch's history, accommodating over 1,000 athletes from across 38 different countries. The Games became renowned for their friendly and relaxed atmosphere, reflecting how the city was as a host. Museum volunteers hope the exhibition will help educate and inspire both current and future generations, showcasing the historical importance of sports and cultural events. An official event is also being organised at Christchurch's Tapai and Town Hall to help mark the anniversary in January next year. In Christchurch, the South today.
Whai Yakane, still to come on the South today. Southern anglers prepare for a change in season and fishing delicacies, and the opportunity to ride in 007 style becomes a reality for Queenstown tourists.
Aero, used by Australia's top bowlers with their unique Z-scoop grip that redefines the game. Machined with robotics for unparalleled accuracy, Aero, same line, every time.
Here at Age Concern Otago, we offer a range of services to support Otago seniors to age well with dignity and independence. We provide social work support, visiting service, health promotion and social activities. Check out what we have on offer at ageconcernotago.com.
If you're at risk of developing melanoma skin cancer, you owe it to yourself to have a mole map. Mole map is coming to your area. Phone today to make an appointment. It could save your life.
A poorly maintained heat pump can lose up to 35% of its output. The Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner team are experts. Their specially developed chemical wash is totally biodegradable. Call Mr. Heat Pump Cleaner and get the job done by the professionals.
Hey, it's Father's Day! And my mate John's taken 20 to 50% off everything, plus 24 months interest-free. Give Dad a gift he really wants. Hey, it's Father's Day! 20 to 50% off, only at John's Furniture Warehouse, Stafford Street, and online at mymatejohn.co.nz.
Where did you get that furniture from? Stafford Street and my mate John.
Tēnā koe, welcome back. South Island anglers are getting ready to swap out their shucking tools for whitebait nets. The oyster season may have officially ended today, but those who love a whitebait patty are now licking their lips.
Bluff oyster shucking might be wrapping up for the season, but it's not all bad news for seafood lovers. The oyster season officially came to a close on Thursday, with local shops urging shoppers to get their hands on the last of the oysters before it's too late. Invercargill's Barnes Oysters Limited says they've managed to meet their sales quota for the year, shucking and shipping out 7.5 million oysters. While some may be mourning the end of the season, whitebait lovers are in for a treat, as their season gets underway on Friday. Keen fishers will be out manning their whitebait stands and laying down the nets, with Department of Conservation staff urging whitebaiters to play by the rules. The updated regulations were brought in over the past couple of years, with the West Coast rules now aligning with the rest of the country this season. Doc says the new regulations are put in place to help protect whitebait populations for seasons to come. Across the South today.
For sightseers wanting to spy at the Whakatipu Basin in style, a new tour might just hit the spot. Black Luxury Tours now offers the chance to see some of Queenstown's sights fly by in a fast car for those who prefer their martinis shaken, not stirred.
007 right on your doorstep, as Queenstown's Black Luxury Tours launch their world-first Aston Martin James Bond experience. Black co-owner Nigel Hobbs and a local car enthusiast have teamed up and created a unique 2.5-hour sightseeing tour of the Whakatipu Basin in Bond style. Hobbs says visitors will be picked up from their accommodation and driven around their chosen location in the Aston Martin, stopping off along the way for an iconic martini.
And essentially they'll learn a lot about the history of the Bond series, they'll learn a lot about the Aston Martin car, and of course they'll get wonderful sightseeing all around Queenstown. So it's a really cool, exclusive tour that we've created here in Queenstown. And
the Spylight car is a 1 in 100 Aston Martin V8 Vantage, themed after the Living Daylights James Bond film, paying homage to the original ski-attached Aston Martin V8. The car owner bought the Aston Martin from a private UK collection and had it shipped to New Zealand, and is now the only one found in the Southern Hemisphere.
And essentially the Aston Martins have been through the Bond series for a long time, and this car is one of 100 in the world, so it really is a special car, and it brings together the best of Bond and the best of the Aston Martin engineering.
The James Bond experience officially launches on Thursday evening at the over-the-top hangar, showing off the Aston Martin with a few Vespa martinis. In Queenstown, the South today.
And now recapping tonight's top stories on the South today. Remote areas in Fiordland now have better internet after fibre cable was installed from Te Anau to Milford Sound. Dunedin Airport bolsters its aviation safety, adding 2 new fire trucks to the fleet that are well equipped for emergencies. And New Brighton Museum staff called on the public to help celebrate 50 years since Christchurch hosted the Commonwealth Games. And now a look at what's happening in tomorrow's ODT, and we welcome Associate Editor, Mike Houlihan. Hello, Mike.
Hey, Leanna.
What can we expect in the Friday paper?
Well, we've got some added coverage on something you've covered already today, which is the fallout from Mayor Raddick and his comments about the call for the chair of the Strathari Community Board to resign.
Okay.
So we've got some response to that. We've got a story about people who are using TikTok to try and diagnose mental illness, and whether that's a wise idea or not. Spoiler alert, the answer is not. There's a blue moon looming our horizon. We've got a great photograph of that. We've got news that USA Today is been to Larnac Castle and wasn't best impressed. The owner of Larnac Castle thinks it's a bit of humour and no publicity is bad publicity.
That makes more sense. Sure.
On a brighter note, award-winning ice cream is being made in Queenstown, it turns out. And there's a couple of tabloids in tomorrow's paper. The Mix is on Friday because the South magazine runs Saturday, and also our usual Friday sports tab.
Oh, we look forward to it. It sounds jam-packed, Mike. Thank
Lots
you for
of good
sharing.
reading tomorrow.
Yes. Time now for a look at the weather.
The South Today weather, proudly brought to you by MoleMap, the skin cancer detection specialists.
Looking at the situation, a front will drop back south of New Zealand tomorrow, with mild north to northwesterly airflow slowly decreasing over the region before the weekend. Heading to the top of the South Island, well, get ready for a gorgeous day in Nelson tomorrow. 19 degrees with northerlies and some cloud. Over to Greymouth, it's looking cloudy with 15. And Christchurch gets some patchy high cloud on a warm 18-degree day. Travelling to South Canterbury and North Otago. Northerlies and high cloud through here tomorrow with 18-degree highs in Ashburton and Timaru, with Oamaru getting northwesterlies and 17 as the top temperature. Heading westwards to the Central Lakes. High cloud and northwesterlies picking up through here on what will be a lovely day, up to 16 in Queenstown tomorrow, while Wanaka and Alexandra do 2 better with 18 degrees as the high. Heading further south, down to 8 with northwesterlies tonight. Now then there's a small blip on the radar here as there's some showers inbound for Gore and Balclutha with fresh northwesterlies and 15-degree highs. But the Catlins seem to miss that wet patch and instead enjoy 15 with cloudy skies. Across to Invercargill, cloudy with northwesterlies and down to 8 tonight. The next 2 days look lovely with lots of sunshine, patchy cloud, breezy at times and possibly a shower with 15 tomorrow, then dry with 13 on Saturday. And finally, heading to Dunedin, fine with northerlies and down to 6 tonight. Then it's 2 days of sunshine and high cloud with changing light winds as spring settles in. It'll get up to 17 degrees in town tomorrow, then 14 on Saturday. And that's the news this Thursday. For the latest news and videos from the southern region, head online to odt.co.nz. You can follow Channel 39 on YouTube to catch our news bulletins on demand. And you can also follow us on Facebook. Just search for the South Today NZ to see our favourite stories from around the regions. We'll see you again tomorrow. Ka kite o pōpō.
Public interest journalism funded through New Zealand On Air.